Hello, welcome to
Papi for movies.
My name is Papi.
And I'm Natalie.
In our podcast, we review and critique my favorite PG-13 movies.
Movies that I wasn't allowed to watch until I turned 13.
Once a month, Natalie and I will watch a new PG-13 movie.
And I'll see if Papi's movies live up to the hype.
Yes, of course, they will.
Today we're going to be watching Step Up.
Before we begin, there will be spoilers. If you haven't seen the movie and don't want it to be spoiled,
Press pause and come back when you're finished. Now, Papi, tell me the deeds on this movie.
hello, Natalie.
Bello.
How are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful.
Step Up came out in 2006 with a runtime of 1 hour and 44 minutes. We watched it on YouTube with ads. Pretty cool. I think it's the first time we watched a YouTube movie, huh? It was written by Dwayne Adler and Melissa Rosenberg and directed by Anne Fletcher. Main stars are Channing Tatum, Jenna Dewan, and Demaine Radcliffe. Fun facts, the two lead actors were married for a time.
I watched a TV series and then the two actors ended up dating.
Yeah, I think you hang out so much and you do all these love scenes together. Eventually, you fall in love.
What if you're just confused, though?
Everybody's just confused. So what do you think of the movie?
I thought it was entertaining.
It was entertaining. I enjoyed it. And how many stars did you give it?
4 stars.
4 stars. You liked it. You like high school movies. Being in high school, it does make sense.
Why don't we get into the recap?
Okay. Movie begins with a guy named Mac talking to a girl. His little brother Skinny interrupts him to have him come see his homie Tyler dancing with another girl. The girl's boyfriend PJ takes offense and starts fighting with Tyler. The fight ends with PJ taking out a gun and the three friends taking off. He was really going after that girl, though. They were really doing some physical dancing. So what did you think PJ was going to do? I don't know. That's a bad idea.
It was a bad idea, but also, aren't you, at your girlfriend, what are you doing?
Yes, sure. But the guy was really the lead of the situation in that dance, don't you think?
Yeah, but I'm just saying, why only blame him? You're acting like his girlfriend got, possessed or tempted or something. She was into it, too.
She was. I think she liked Tyler. Maybe?
I also don't think it was necessary to pull a gun on the guy.
Well, maybe he was going to lose that fight.
You think it was, a cowardly move?
No, it was the way to end a fight really fast without getting hurt. So the dude just left after that, right?
Yeah.
And PJ has a reputation, and later on we see he's a killer.
Yeah, I guess so.
So it made sense. I mean, get rid of that fight. Stop it right there. Plus, you don't know. Tyler might have beat him up. You don't know. Afterwards, the three guys accidentally break a window to Maryland School of Arts, a local performing arts high school. They go inside and start vandalizing the theater. A security guard comes in and catches Tyler. At Tyler's court hearing, his foster parents are a no-show. He gets 200 hours of community service to be served at the school he vandalized. His foster mom picks him up late, takes him home. He gets there and there are 2 other foster kids in the house. I thought it was a weird dynamic, the foster parents, and she didn't seem abusive to me. And the foster dad didn't seem abusive either, other than just not caring about him.
He just seemed, neglectful.
Yeah, but I mean, the dude's a senior in high school. What does he need you to pay attention to?
Well, he's in court. Couldn't he have shown up for that? That's the one thing you would need him for. Yeah,
that's the only thing. And then he wasn't even thinking that his dad was going to come. He was always thinking about not his dad, but his foster dad. But then his foster mom shows up way after the court is over, so. He gets 200 hours. Okay, that makes sense. But you're really going to do it at the school that you vandalize? Would the people even want you there?
I don't know. I kind of think it makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, you pay back what you broke kind of thing.
Yeah.
You'd think he'd have a choice of what he could do for community service, picking up garbage on the streets or whatever, they do. So I don't know. Next day, Tyler reports to MSA, that's the school name. As he walks around, he feels out of place. With all the kids that look really rich. He meets with Director Gordon, who tells him to be there every day and work from 2 to 5:30. Gordon takes him to the janitor, who gives Tyler a mop. That's the other thing. What's he doing? What's the janitor doing now? Just taking a nap?
I have no idea, but I also think it's weird that he's starting at 2.
Well,
Like, doesn't he have school?
The lady said you get out of school at 2. So be here from 2 to 5:30.
Yeah, he gets out of school at 2. Like, is he supposed to, like teleport?
Yeah.
Like, they didn't think that through.
No, and they got mad at him for being late.
Yeah, so, like, what do you expect from him?
Well, he was goofing off, that's why.
Well, he was, like...
Playing
but
basketball.
he was 15 minutes late.
But he was playing basketball.
So he played basketball for, like, 15 minutes? Like, the timeline's not adding up.
No, he might have got out of school, like, left early, go play basketball with the boys.
I don't think it works that way.
Tyler begins... Well, so he must get out at 1:30. Who knows? It doesn't make sense. You have to be there at 2:30. It would have been better, like, you get out of school at 2, be here by 3 to work till 6 or something.
And why would they have him, like, start working when class is in session?
Yeah. Well,
like, when school's in session.
Is it class, though? Is it all these after-school programs that are going on?
No, they have, like, their books, and they're going from locker to locker, and the bells are ringing in the hallway. Like, everyone's in school right now.
Yeah, you wouldn't want that guy there, right?
Yeah, he's in the way.
He is in the way.
Like, throughout multiple
that's right.
times.
He's, like, sweeping, like, through by people, and he's, like, sweeping into them, like, he doesn't care.
Like, he's, like, mopping and then getting mad when people are stepping over. Like, it's a hallway and school's in session. And, like, it's just useless. They're just having him, like, paint a white wall white. Like, nothing's happening.
That's true. Tyler begins cleaning the school. He watches everything that goes on. Then Nora, a student practicing her dance routine for her senior showcase performance, catches his eye. Her friend Lucy thinks Tyler's hot. And then Nora's boyfriend, Brett, comes in, and he and Nora walk off together. Brett tells Nora that Tyler was the one that vandalized the theater. You like Brett?
No, I don't see his purpose in the plot.
Mac and Skinny come to the school with a stolen car. They ask Tyler how's it going, and he does a little dance routine mocking the students. Nora looks on and is impressed. The boys go play basketball for money.
I think it's so funny that his friends never dance with him. They just, like, watch him and are like, yeah.
They, like, cheer him on.
Yeah, like, they never dance with him. Like, he's just dancing, like, in front of nobody else. Like, he just doesn't care. He's not dancing with anyone. He's just dancing.
You know, I would say that that's just stupid and dumb, and nobody does that, but that is not true. When there's music at basketball, people are dancing. People are dancing on the court. People are dancing when we're doing check ball. People are getting down. And no one's dancing with them. They're just dancing by themselves. And some people can dance and some people cannot. And it doesn't stop them from dancing. Even though they have, like, no rhythm, they're not doing any cool moves. You'll have some guys who are like, oh, that guy knows how to dance. And you'll have some guys who are like, oh, that guy's just pretending. He doesn't know what he's doing. But it happens all the time. So when I was watching this movie, I'm like, how lame is this? And then when I was writing about it, I was like, no, this happens all the time. That people just start dancing. And no one dances with you. You just dance. People just shaking their butt when they hear the music and they're excited about it.
That's why I was like, why? They're just hype. They're like his hype crew.
They are. And who knows how good a dancers they are, but obviously Tyler is a gifted dancer, right?
Well, neither of the two of them dance throughout the movie.
They don't even dance at the party?
No.
Right.
Well, one of them's making out with a girl and Skinny's just, like, walking around,
Just
like, having fun.
Trying to make out with a girl, right? Anyway, they go play basketball, and Mac's really good at basketball. Next day, he's back at work, cleaning and fixing things. He meets Miles, who's a homie from the same hood on scholarship at MSA. He provides beats for Nora's showcase and for Brett's singing. Tyler overhears that Andrew, Nora's partner for the showcase, hurt his ankle and can't practice. She asks Brett to help, and he says he's too busy. This Andrew guy, kind of a silly situation. And it also set up a problem that you knew was going to come up at the end. He's like, I'll be there for the showcase. I just can't rehearse.
I just didn't understand how he's going to be at a showcase and not rehearse.
Well, he thought he had it down perfectly, or he can just get it down in a day's time. But why so that set up the problem that you know he was going to come back and was going to take Tyler's place.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you already knew what the problem was going to be before it even began, right? And Andrew was, like, lame. And at the end, he ends up chickening out, pretending to get hurt. We'll get that to the end. Does he actually get hurt? Because he also says, I can't do this. He's like, I don't have the skill set for this.
I think he did get hurt.
Yeah, but then he kind of like, I can't do it, so I'm going to stop. And then what does he do for his showcase? He's a senior too.
I don't think they each have a showcase.
Well, they were doing it together. Her showcase is his showcase.
I don't think so. I think it was just her showcase and that he was helping, like he was a part of it, like one of the dancers.
Well, because let's get to it now. So when Tyler, he becomes her partner, right? And then Andrew comes back. She says, he's a student here. He needs to do this.
I don't think that it's like, it's his assignment or it's his job. It's just saying like he could actually use the exposure. You don't.
Right. So now he's not going to have the exposure.
Yeah, but it's not like it's his assignment or his showcase. It's just like, it would be nice for him to do it since he's actually like competing in like an art field.
All the seniors had a showcase. Every one of them. You know, Brett has his, Lucy has hers, Miles has his because he's doing it with her. And that's why I go, okay, it's not fair to Tyler, but it makes sense. Andrew should have a role because he's a senior there and he should have that showcase. But then at the end, he doesn't. So it doesn't even matter because he quits. Or he's hurt. I guess he just says he's hurt. Anyways, Brett's too busy.
That's why I don't think that he was faking it because he wouldn't give up what he needed.
Yeah, but he said he couldn't do it. You know, I can't do this dance. You know, I can't keep up. That's what he says. Because when he looked like he hurt himself. And they're like, are you okay? And he's like, you know that I'm not the right one for this. I'm not good enough to do this. Because this style was Tyler's style. And he couldn't do that.
Yeah, because he's trained in classical ballet.
Right, exactly. So, I don't know. Nora holds audition for Andrew's replacement, and they are terrible. Tyler offers himself, and she says no. But he agrees when he can execute a dance hold.
I have the craziest Mandela effect with this scene ever because the reason I wanted to watch it was because I saw an Instagram reel and I thought that would be funny where Tyler is like, I can try it, and she's like, okay, like here it goes, and then she does it and he catches him and she's like, okay, let me down, like you're annoying me, and he throws her over his shoulder and she like falls to the ground. But that doesn't happen in the movie. I searched up everywhere and I can't find that scene.
But you remember that happening.
Yeah, and I've seen that reel like a few times, so I don't know if it's like an AI version or something, but now I saw it like probably 3 times, and now that I finished watching the movie I keep searching and I can't find it anywhere.
That's funny. It must have been, because it doesn't seem like in him to hurt someone.
Because he's just like, okay, and like throws her over the shoulder.
I bet you that might be like a parody movie. You know how like we saw the Not Another Teen Movie? They might have had something like that where they had a guy do the scene and then throw.
But he looks it's Channing Tatum and it's the girl. Like it's the same like scene setup and everything.
You like Channing Tatum now that we're talking about him?
He has like too sharp of a jawline. Like his face is too angular.
I think that's the winning combination. I think that's what handsome equals.
But he's men. Like, he doesn't like bald, so it's just like half of his face is square and half of it is round.
His mom, maybe his mom thinks he's beautiful too, but your mom thinks he's hot. So she likes Channing Tatum.
I just don't think I'm into blondies.
Maybe. Sorry, everybody out there who's blonde. We love all people with all different hair colors. And please still listen to our show. Anyways, at home, Tyler's surrounded by madness while his foster dad doesn't lift a finger to help. At Nora's home, it's quite different. It's just her and her mom. Her mom wants her to apply to colleges. But Nora doesn't want to go to school. She wants to crush her showcase and get picked up by a dancing program. I think that's so dumb. Why wouldn't you apply? Why wouldn't you apply to art and dance colleges? Why not apply to Juilliard? She's like, you're going to apply to Brown, right? And Cornell. Those are the 2 schools that they named. And
like Harvard.
So you're like, so maybe Juilliard? Hello? Like, I don't know.
Or can't she do like a dance major at another school?
Yes. And she's like, no, I'm putting all my eggs in this basket. And I know more because I'm 18. She said she's
like, I'm
18,
sure
right?
There's dance majors at those schools.
Of course there is. Tyler and Nora begin rehearsing, and it's tough at first. Brett comes in with an attitude, and Tyler gets in his face. Why would you get in that dude's face? He's obviously a criminal from the wrong side of the tracks. And for all you know, he's going to take a knife and stab you in the face. Like, Brett, what do you think you are?
Or just like, you're not going to win that battle.
Yeah.
Like, in general, like, not even if he has a weapon or a gun or a knife or anything, like, you're just not going to win that fight. Because he's probably been in, like, 500 fights.
Sure.
And, like, you've maybe been in one
and
in your lifetime.
And he's crazy. And it was, like, with your mom. You know, you fought your mom. And he's crazy. I know, I was listening to this podcast. He's like, when you're in a fight, if you just start acting crazy, people will be like, okay, we're done. I'm not fighting. This guy's crazy. He's going to stab me. I don't know what he's going to do. He's like, and in the podcast, he's like, you just take your pants off. You start walking around in your underwear. And the dude's like, and I'm not fighting you anymore. You're just crazy.
I just pretend to be like a little too relaxed. And that like everyone would be like, oh, she has a weapon. Like they'll be like, you want to go? And I'll be like, yeah. And then I just put my hands in my pockets. And then everyone's like, okay, let's not fight anymore.
Yeah. Are you sure you want to fight? Because this is going to end up really poorly for you. All right. And then you like start looking into your back pocket. And if people are like, you just take it out, stick a gum. After rehearsals, Tyler, Mac, and Skinny turn in another stolen car to Omar, their chop shop guy. They ask if they can go to the next party, and Omar says no because of Tyler's fight. They argue, and Omar gets angry and tells him to get an Escalade for them. Meanwhile, Lucy and Nora meet and talk about Tyler. Kind of like what most people think conversations are between like two female characters.
Especially teenage females. Everyone thinks that they only care about boys.
And in this case, they did. And Lucy was very thirsty for Tyler, even though she had a boyfriend and liked another guy.
Which was kind of weird, in my opinion.
Yeah, because we meet the boyfriend later, and it doesn't make any sense that he's there.
It's like, you know how there's like different forms of cheating or whatever?
Sure.
I feel like that's like emotional cheating or like mental cheating. You don't actually like ask them on a date or dance with them or kiss them or anything, but it's just like you're always like looking at that person, you're always doing that. It's like a different form of cheating, in my opinion, and it's like still horrible, I think.
More rehearsals, and Tyler's very stiff. Then they do a close dance and have an awkward moment and start liking each other. Tyler starts dancing more his style and feels more comfortable, and Nora's working with him. Later, Tyler gets to rehearsals late. He goes to Nora, who's annoyed with him for being late. He gets annoyed and gets back at her by not showing up the next day. They talk. He tells her he quits. Such a little baby, right?
Yeah.
Just because he got butthurt because she yelled at him for being late. Like, you were being inconsiderate. You were late. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I think that she also has to remember that he's doing her a favor. Like, he's not getting anything out of this. Yeah, but I don't think she was mean about it, but she would, well, let's practice now. We're like, we can't because there's a class in there. You're an hour late. Yeah, that's true. So, I mean, I think he was just being a little punk. At Mac's house, Tyler asks why Mac doesn't play basketball for the school, and they argue. Mac says Tyler quits at everything. At Nora's house, her mother asks about her homework, and they argue about the importance of her studies. Nora only cares about the showcase. My question is, like, what is she doing with the rest of her time? Like, the whole point is that she needed Tyler to rehearse. Like, she couldn't rehearse without him. That was the whole problem. Right. So that means that she's only rehearsing with Tyler because she can't do it any other way. Right. So the entire time she's at school, the entire time she gets home after her practicing, which they see, like, they have a dinner, so she clearly has time after that. Mm-hmm. Like, what is she doing? Why isn't she doing her homework? Yeah, she should be, right? Like, she has the time. She's only rehearsing when Tyler's around. Like, that's the whole point of the movie. Even if they go to 5 o'clock, she has until bedtime, right? Yeah. Yeah. That's kind of silly. And the next day, Tyler apologizes and she takes him back after she makes him take a ballet class with little girls. After rehearsals, he walks her home and she tells him her pop. I thought you said belly class. Did I say belly? I don't know. Well, it wasn't a belly class, it was a ballet class. He walks her home and she tells him about her pops who died a couple years before. He's the one who really supported her dreams of dancing. After school, Tyler rushes to go to rehearsals. Mac asks him to play some ball with him. He says he can't. He has to go. Rehearsals are going really well. He starts suggesting some dance moves, and Nora's receptive. Afterwards, they go to a little place she likes to dance near the docks. Her dad used to work nearby. She tells him she envisions her showcase having more dancers, and he encourages her to find more. He suggests freshmen and sophomores, and the next day, he sets up auditions for her.
Freshman and sophomore get a terrible beat the first part of the movie when she does rehearsals, and they're all terrible. And then they're amazing dancers in the second half of the movie.
Yeah, I don't know why.
There's a couple that dance in the routine, the showcase, that are amazing dancers and could have been her partner. They're way better than Tyler at their style. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Like, why couldn't one of those showcase dancers have been the man to do the lift?
Brett gets signed to a music deal, and Miles gets upset because Brett didn't include him in the offer. Nora hears about this and dumps him. Meanwhile, Tyler goes to Gordon and asks maybe he can go to the MSA. She says she don't think it's a good idea. He doesn't have the necessary level of commitment. So, this is really dumb. Brett gets the music deal, and Miles doesn't get a job. Well, guess what? They didn't want Miles. They wanted Brett. What was Brett to do? Oh, no, I won't go without my friend from high school.
No, what Miles was upset about was like, I understand that they wanted him. He even said this in the movie. I understand that they wanted him and not me, but he could have told me like a man instead of letting a rumor spread throughout the school and me finding out that way.
Yeah,
that was the problem.
But he was upset that he didn't get picked up.
Well, obviously, but it seemed like...
He blamed Brett too. Because the whole point is like, why can't you back up your friends? And Nora goes to him and like, you're not a good friend, so I'm breaking up with you. Which had nothing to do with her. You didn't want to be with him. Everybody needed an excuse for her to break up with Brett. He could have just been a cheating dude. It would have been better than being like, oh, you didn't back up Miles. I'm breaking up with you. He's like, no, it's about Tyler. And like, no, he's right. It is about Tyler. She just likes him more now.
I think that this whole part is kind of stupid because he blames Tyler and is like, oh, like you're dancing with that dude, like that weird custodian dude. Like, why are you dancing with him? Like, buddy, if you didn't want her to dance with another guy, you could have done it yourself since she asked you.
Right. But you were too busy, right?
Yeah. So what's your problem with Tyler now? Someone stepped up and when you didn't, and then you have a problem about it now? Like, you could, like, step up right now. Like, start dancing, buddy.
Step up. Name of the movie. Step up. There you go.
But he didn't. And he blames Tyler for that. Like, it's his own fault that she's dancing with another man.
But Tyler's not doing it out of the nobleness of his heart. He's doing it because she's hot. If Nora didn't like the way Nora did, he'd be right now changing light bulbs. He'd be cleaning toilets right now.
Well, obviously, but that's not his problem. Yeah. Well, that kind of is because he knew she had a boyfriend.
He didn't care about that. He hated that guy.
Yeah, we all knew that Tyler wasn't like a great person already.
He's the best.
But like the boyfriend, like if you wanted to get into that situation, like he almost got into a fight with Tyler. Like he was picking a fight with that guy. Like you could have just danced with Nora.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, if you would have wanted to avoid it. Tyler and Miles go to Lucy's boyfriend's Colin show. Gosh, they're so complicated. I thought the Colin guy was Brett.
Yeah, I was confused too. And then I was like, wait a minute, I think he's Australian.
Colin calls Miles on stage to help do the music, and Miles crushes it. By the way, how do they know how the music goes? So stupid. Then Tyler and Nora dance and have a dance battle. Afterwards, they go on a walk and talk. Tyler says he doesn't have any dreams because they never come true. He doesn't want to get his hopes up.
This is where I use my expertise from watching all these style analysis to realize how they separated Tyler from everyone else.
How did they do that, Natalie?
So they put him in a button-up where everyone else was not wearing button-ups. They were wearing either t-shirts or tank tops. And everyone was wearing dark colors, so gray, browns, and like orangey tones. Whereas they put Tyler in a bright light blue shirt. And even though you might be being like, oh, there is blue in the scene, everyone's wearing jeans. But all the jeans are in a dark wash of blue, or they are gray or black jeans. So they made the only person in a bright color and a bright blue at that Tyler, just so that he would stand out and show that he is an outsider from everyone else in the school.
Then they kiss. She's like, I gotta kiss someone who's wearing light blue. That's all I could tell. By the way, I don't notice any clothing at all. It's funny how you notice things that I would never. Once you mentioned that during the movie we were watching, I was like, you know what? He dressed kind of like how I did in high school. Baggy pants, baggy shirt, like a button-up shirt, like a long sleeve button-up shirt, like a t-shirt underneath. But I think I didn't stand out. I think I fit right in. So I don't know. The whole grunge movement in the 90s. Camille, Tyler's foster sister, wakes him up the next day with orange juice. Their foster parents are gone, so he needs to babysit. They go outside and have a dance-off. Then we see a montage of Tyler and Nora dancing and being boyfriend and girlfriend. Then it all goes downhill. Mac finds out Tyler is dancing for the community service hours and gets mad that he's forgotten his homies. Then Andrew comes back and Nora wants to let him perform in the showcase.
I don't understand why they're mad at him. He has to do the hours no matter what way. He's either going to be changing light bulbs or he's going to be dancing. And they liked when he was dancing earlier. They thought it was fun and cool.
Right.
And why is he doing community service hours? Oh, because your little brother broke a window and you guys vandalized the school and both of you ran on him.
Actually, he saved Mac because Mac got busted and then he jumped on top of the security guard to let Mac go. So if anything, he saved Mac from being thrown in jail.
Yeah, but it all started also because Skinny broke the window.
That's
so
right.
The two main people that caused most of the problems. And when Skinny...
Tyler did some vandalism himself.
Well, yeah, but here's what happened first. Skinny breaks a pot and Tyler's like, oh my goodness, like what are we gonna do? And then Mac is like, nah, they have money to spend, and he starts just breaking stuff. So then the other two just get in on it because it's like, all right, he's breaking stuff. So Tyler wasn't even gonna vandalize the school in the first place. Like he didn't even break the first pot. He didn't do anything. And then he was like, oh, like, ooh, like you're in trouble now. And then Mac's like, no, forget it. Like let's vandalize this place. And then he jumped on board.
Yeah.
So obviously he's at fault for vandalism, but like he didn't start any of the things to get them in that situation, and he's the only one that took the blunt of the
blame.
Yeah, he took all of the blame and consequence, and they're mad at him for completing the consequence that they started.
Yeah, I agree with you. Anyways, Tyler finds out about Andrew coming back, and he takes off. So this is the second time he quit on her. And she doesn't answer him. She's like, let me think this through. Let me try to figure this. He's like, no, I'm not having this. He takes off. Nora and Tyler break up and both mope around. He does a lot of moping, a lot of sulking in this movie. He goes to his room, puts his headphones on. He's just, oh, I'm just so sad. Andrew gets hurt and quits on her.
Very angsty.
Although I don't think he got hurt. I think he just quit because he couldn't hang. She then applies to all the colleges for her mom. You're like, here, my life's terrible. Let me apply to college. My goodness.
I think it's more about like, oh, wait. I just had a realization that this is kind of really stupid.
I guess I'll go on my backup plan. Cornell. But her mom tells her that she understands her passion for dance and they have a moment. Mac eventually forgives Tyler and they go to Omar's party. They leave Skinny at home because his mom told him not to take him. At Omar's party, Miles shows up, gets on the ones and twos and tears the house down. Afterwards, Miles tells Tyler Andrew's out of the showcase. Then Skinny shows up. Tyler and Mac kick him out and give him bus money to get home. I knew that was a bad idea. And that's a dangerous area. You're just going to have him walk home by himself.
Go on a bus.
Exactly. Skinny starts walking home.
Or just give him money that he can go and do with anything.
Well, they did give him money, right? For the bus.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, now he has money.
Well, he might have had it before. I mean, they probably cut him in on all the car stealing they're doing.
I'm just saying, like, he's most likely not going to go and buy a bus ticket. Like, he's going to go...
He's going to walk home.
Yeah, he's going to walk home if he goes home. And he's going to, like, go get snacks at a convenience store or something fun. And, like, you're already, like, sending him off to somewhere else that could be dangerous.
All right, so here comes the dumbest part of the whole movie that should have been there. Then Skinny starts walking home, sees PJ's Escalade unattended, steals it, goes to the party to show everyone. PJ catches up to him, shoots him dead. Why? Why must Skinny die? So that way they can have the moment where the two of them are hugging him and crying. Like, by the way, Channing Tatum is a very handsome man, very good dancer, not a great actor. He's not up there like crying. He screamed crying. I'm like, no, it didn't work, bro. You don't got that skill. You don't have the chops. And I'm like, why kill Skinny? And then 5 seconds later, it's all forgotten. Everybody's happy again.
Yeah, I don't know what was happening.
It just made no sense. They set it up so they knew they were going to do it because Omar asked for the Escalade like a third of the movie into it. And then he gets to the Escalade, steals it. And then you know whose it is. You know the guy has a gun. And you also say, well, I'll go steal it, hide off and be okay. No, he takes it to the party where everybody in the neighborhood's at.
I don't know why he was, like, in the car still. Like, why didn't he, like, go into the party and, like, point down and be like, look at that car?
Well, it wasn't very long. He just got there, and PJ just got there, too. Who, by the way, didn't have a car. How did he run? Like, he just ran there?
No, he was in a car when he shot him.
No, I'm talking about PJ. How did he get there? He didn't have a car. PJ is the owner of the Escalade, the guy who kills him.
Yeah, he killed him in a car.
He had a car.
He had a second car.
They had 2 cars.
Yeah.
He has 2. He's driving 2 cars.
That's what I wrote. Like, how did he get a car so quick? Because he was in a car when he shot Skinny.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Anyways, stupidest part of the story. Unnecessary. It's like you need to have this drama in a movie to make it good. You're like, no, you don't. Time for the showcase. And Mac takes Tyler to MSA. Tyler goes to Nora and asks to be in the show. She says no, but reconsiders and they go on. They crush it. And dance group scouts recruit Nora. They even ask about Tyler, and Director Gordon says he's going to begin going to school there too. Then Nora and Tyler kiss. The end. Rom-com, perfect ending. Kiss at the end. Credits.
Was this a rom-com though? There wasn't much com.
That was kind of funny, except for Skinny being killed. That was dumb.
Yeah, that's why I don't think it's like a rom-com.
This is the most rom-com movie I've ever seen. What do you think it is? What do you call this movie? Dance movie? High school movie? All high school movies are rom-coms.
High school romance.
Still calm. It's funny.
There's no calm.
A lot of funny. Skinny was supposed to be a funny character. Could this movie still be made today?
I think so.
A classic tale of guy doesn't fit into it, comes from the wrong side of the tracks.
It's a pretty average story, I'd say.
Yeah, nothing too difficult. Other than some good dancing. Is there anything in your notes that you found problematic?
Not really.
Does it pass the Bechdel test?
No.
Bechdel test is a test to check for female representation in movies. There are 3 criteria. Criterion 1, are there 2 or more named females?
Yeah. There's Nora. There's Lucy.
Lucy in the sky.
Is there a Lucy?
Yeah, there's Lucy. That's her best friend.
Oh, I guessed. And I think Tyler's foster mom has a name. And then there's his little sister, which I also...
Camille.
Yeah, Camille, which I also didn't understand, like, the siblings' plot line.
Yeah. Other than the show, he's a good guy. He loves his sister and his brother. Even though he's got a bad circumstance. He's a good... although he yells at her all the time, he's going to, like, hit her all the time. He steals her food all the time. And she's like, don't hit me. But I think
that's just average sibling behavior. Yeah. That's not him being, like, abusive.
Bully. Yeah. Criteria number 2, do the 2 females speak to each other?
Nora talks to Lucy.
Okay. And Lucy talks to her mom.
Yeah.
Criteria number 3, do they talk to each other about anything other than a man?
No.
How about college talk?
Well, it's in the same conversation where she talks about the showcase and getting a new partner, which is Tyler and all that.
Yeah. Once again, I'm going to go to your expertise. But I think the talks that her mom and her had and how she doesn't see her dancing. They had that moment at the end.
Yeah, but they talked about how her dad would go to the things and stuff.
If they bring up a man, that doesn't mean they're only talking about a man. I would say...
Why do they need to bring up a man in their conversation?
Why? Because men are part of the human world.
But it's like, it doesn't necessarily need to.
I guess not. All right, so it does not pass the Bechdel test. All right, is there anything else before we finish the pod?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand why Tyler needed to be there.
To be where?
With Nora.
When?
For rehearsing. Like, why did she need him to rehearse? Like,
it's a duet.
She wasn't even really rehearsing. She was just teaching him the steps the whole time. Like, she was teaching him the routine the entire time. Like,
she made it harder for herself.
Yeah. Like, she wasn't rehearsing. She was teaching.
If he wasn't there, how do you have the rom part of the rom-com?
No, I'm just saying, like, they didn't need to be, like she didn't need to be teaching him all this ballet and stuff.
There were holds.
Yeah, why didn't he just stand there and wait for her to jump into his arms? Like, he didn't have to dance the other person.
He did it at auditions.
That's the whole point. He was just supposed to be someone to do the holds for her because the other guy is going to be the dancer. So why does he need to be dancing?
Because they realized that together they made magic.
But they wouldn't have realized that if they had just stuck to the plan and just had him rehearse like a normal person.
But then she was like all about it, changed the whole routine up to make it better.
Yeah, but she was trying to teach him the whole time. Like, she didn't need to do all of that.
No, maybe not. But it was a wonderful showcase. Did you think it was even that good of a showcase? I thought the little impromptu choreographed dancing at Colin's singing party was better than the showcase, where you astutely pointed out that he was dressed differently than everybody else. I thought that scene was better dancing than the finale.
I don't know. I always think that when people break out a dance is always better than what they're supposed to be dancing.
Sure. I think it's also fun when you see people just getting down with it. Anything else then before we finish the pod?
No.
Thank you for tuning into Papi Approved Movies.
If you like this episode, make sure to subscribe, rate, and review on your favorite podcast app or like our podcast on YouTube. If you watched till the end of today's episode, comment down below the ballet slippers emoji.
We put out an episode twice a month.
If you want to see extra podcast content, follow our TikTok at Papi Approved Movies.
If you want to suggest a movie for us to watch and critique,
email us at papiapprovedmovies@gmail.com.
That's papiapprovedmovies@gmail.com. No spaces, no caps.
We'll try our best to get to your suggestions.
I'm Papi.
And I'm Natalie.
See you next time.
Bye.